Next up on WTV, Stuco elections are tomorrow and Holy Grail in physics. WTV's Daily Update starts now. Good morning, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Wednesday, May 2nd, and I'm Caitlyn Kleibert with another Daily Update brought to you by Wingspan TV. With Stuco elections taking place tomorrow and ending Friday, Wingspan sits down with candidates Wade Glover and Amna Hawk to ask them about their proposed plans for the next school year.
Hi, I'm Amna Hawk. I'm running for Student Body President next year.
Hi, my name is Wade Glover. I'm a junior and I'm running for Student Council President.
My main goal for next year is basically, if you think about it and how I feel, is that 20 years from now, I think that what students want to remember about high school is the pride and joy that they had for Liberty and not, the overwhelming amount of tension and stress that they had. So my goal for next year, I would say, is just to increase school spirit and make school just a positive atmosphere and a place where kids really want to go.
So my main goal as president is to make sure that everyone has like a second home at Liberty where they can go and they can feel welcome and they can accomplish and do what they want to do here. So that can be accomplished through things like reducing academic stress, making sure that everything that everyone wants to do on campus is supported and that they have the supplies to do that, and then just making sure that we also have really good school spirit. I think what sets me apart is my experience as a leader. I've been leading many organizations on and off campus, from Wingspan to Pulse to my Young Men's Service League outside of school. So I have the experience of a leader, and I know what it takes to lead, especially a large group like Stuco, and a group that has a lot of tasks that they need to do, and a group that supports the community around them.
So I think Wade and I are both very qualified for this position. And but what I can say for myself is that I am very motivated. I know that I want to put in the work to be in this position because Liberty has given me so much. So I'm 100% willing to put in the time and work it takes to be a student body president and be the best that I can at this job. But there's such a diverse group of students at Liberty, and I think that's a really good thing, and we need to have more events and experiment with new just activities and things that really relate to those students. So I know there's some really great clubs at Liberty, BSU, UNICEF, HOSA, Debate, things like that, and we would do really well partnering with them. So I think next year, what I really think is a great thing for us to do, is just increasing partnership with clubs, making new traditions and having new events.
So I think this kind of references back to one of my main goals as president, is just supporting every club and organization on campus and making sure that every student here can feel involved in the school community somehow. We focus a lot on sports, and I think we should also focus on a club like the chess club, right? So this year Stuco did Grants for Great Ideas, and one of the clubs that we gave stuff to was the chess club. They didn't have timers or chess pieces to really prepare and play like they were supposed to. So I think giving them that really helps to build their sense of school spirit and also helps them give back to the school community as a whole.
Throughout the year, a holy grail has emerged in the world of AP Physics on campus. WTV's Kennedy Williams has the story.
Most students wait until their junior year to take physics, and because the physics class is not mandatory in order to graduate and get into college, students decide to join the class for a variety of reasons. Since physics does not offer a pre-AP option, many students in an AP Physics class may struggle to keep the pace.
I think that students initially have a lot of trouble with physics, especially those going into 1, because they assume that it's going to be a science class because it's labeled as a science class. But it's a little different. But in physics, they're testing whether you can actually apply those concepts or not beyond just the equations and the formulas. They spend a lot of time memorizing essentially the formula chart, which is given to you on the test, and then get freaked out on test day when they can't actually figure out how to use them right.
Being a recent veteran of the class, Lee serves as the perfect man in the middle between the teacher and the students.
So Jin has been great because he's enthusiastic, he's passionate about the subject, and he's got a really good understanding for someone who's just still in high school. And so the fact that he's in the same peer group as my students, they feel very comfortable coming to him for questions, and he's got a way of explaining it that is really good. It works for them.
In addition to assisting students during class, Lee has found a way to relay his knowledge further during the advisory period on Wednesdays or Thursdays.
So I'm the president of Physics Club, which is a new club I created this year to mainly teach students in AP Physics C topics over electromagnetism about a week or two before they actually learn them in class. So these meetings are essentially 20-30-minute lectures in which I cover about 2 or 3 classes worth of material. I just want to introduce them to the idea so that they're unfazed when they see it in class and they have the opportunity to look and ask more questions.
Lee puts up to 5 hours into his presentations for each lecture, and the payoff is evident, as his regular attendees seem to be learning a lot from them.
I know Jin struggled a lot in physics last year, so the fact that he was able to get through that means that he can show us as well how to get through physics. I mean, I can relate to him more, and so he knows, because since he's literally still a student, he knows what's going on through our minds, and so he knows how to give us the information.
For students not as well versed as BORCHARTT in physics or any of their classes for that matter, Lee insists that all students need to start somewhere.
Physics, at least in high school, basically asks you to problem solve, and the only way you're going to get better at that is by solving problems. And there almost seems to be a stigma around doing problems out of the book because it's too try hard or whatever. But for people that are really struggling, if your grades suck, maybe a little try-harding is what you need.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Kennedy Williams.
If you're looking for more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. WTV's Neha Paramala brings you today's announcements.
There's a limited number of yearbooks available for $75 at www.smart-pay.com. AP testing begins May 7th. The AP Chemistry exam begins at 8 and the AP Psychology exam begins at 12. Bogart Elementary Senior Reunion is this Friday from 7:30 to 8.
That's it for today's Daily Update. This has been Caitlyn Kleibert from Wingspan TV.